Hello. Um, so this is kind of just a little off the cuff, hopefully helpful video. I don't have a script or anything like that, so hopefully I don't ramble too much and you can all figure out where I'm going with this. But I actually wanted to talk a little bit about meditation. And that is because this is something that's been coming up for me in so many readings, in my own personal practices, in my own experiences out there in the world. And I just feel like maybe it's time to share it collectively so that it can hopefully be helpful or this tip work for some people, for some people that maybe wouldn't hear it otherwise. I don't know. So I've been getting a lot of messages lately that there are a lot of people out there in the world who are really feeling inspired to meditate, and we're feeling really called this year to tune in and to get more in touch with our spirituality and to sort of feel into the essence of something bigger out there besides ourselves. And when people are kind of beginners at meditation, it can feel a little bit intimidating. And I know that at the beginning of the year, like the winter solstice up through probably even January, I feel like there was a big energy of people really diving into it. And I feel now through February, people are starting to feel a little, I can sort of feel it collectively, maybe frustrated or burned out, or they went into the beginning of the year with these high hopes of this great spiritual relationship they were going to develop or cultivate in themselves, and it's harder than they thought it would be. It's not coming as naturally as they wanted it to be. It's hard to find the time to put it into practice. It's hard to make it work in my real life. And I feel like there's a lot of people that sort of have given up on themselves. And I say it in air quotes because there's no such thing, right? You can take a break. Just because you haven't meditated in 3 weeks, it doesn't mean that you quit. It doesn't mean that you're done. It doesn't mean that you have no possibility of being someone who's spiritual. Meditation is a practice. And all my students right now are rolling their eyes as they watch this because it's literally like, so is mediumship. And so I say it all the time. Anything worth doing in this life, guys, you gotta practice it and get better at it. And so I felt inspired to come on here and share some tips for some of you, right? This won't really apply to all of you, but for those of you who hear this and it resonates with you and you think, oh, I'm going to try it, I would love to hear if you give it a try, if it helps you out, because there are definitely some of you that I think that this will help. I'm feeling the nudge. Okay, so a lot of people feel when they meditate like the goal is to sort of clear their mind. I don't have any thoughts. I'm just like, I have nothing, it's nothingness. I'm just listening. My mind is completely clear and I'm so zen. Other people, I think a lot of people, especially people who do guided meditations, and let me preface this by saying, in order to combat the previous thing that I just said, where people feel like they have to have a completely blank mind, I usually tell people to start with guided meditations, because then you can just listen to what the voices are telling you and you can do what the voices tell you in the guide. And you can create the visuals for yourself in your head, and you don't have to necessarily have that pressure to clear your mind, because that's also a form of meditation, is listening to the guided meditation and just doing what they tell you to do and trying to create those visuals in your mind's eye. Normally that's what I tell people, and that's what I encourage my students. If you have a hard time meditating by yourself or just listening to music, try it with YouTube. Just search up guided meditation for whatever it is that you're feeling sort of weighed down by, or whatever it is that you feel like you're trying to accomplish with your meditation, and go from there. And now that's certainly a valuable technique, and I still will continue to advocate for that. However, I feel like there are a lot of people right now, maybe it's the energy that's out there in the universe, maybe it's, I don't know, I have no idea what it is, but I feel like there are a lot of people right now that even that is a struggle for them. I feel like maybe people are kind of closing down their clairvoyance. I actually, as I'm even talking about it, I can feel a headache. I've been reading all day, so I'm a little bit like open. I can feel a headache even as I'm talking about it. For some reason, I feel like people just aren't as connected with the visuals lately, or they're even having trouble while this voice is sort of telling them what to do. They're even having trouble focusing on that, you know, like our minds are spinning and we're having trouble just focusing. And then we're getting frustrated and we're like, this isn't even working. Like, I'm not even meditating. All I'm thinking about is all these things I have to do and all these stressors in my life. And so Spirit has been giving me this new tip in practically every reading lately. And so I, this morning, tried it for myself, and it came easily for me because it's something that I do kind of do sort of in my own way already anyway. But I really, really enjoyed it. So the overall message is to stop putting so much pressure on yourself when you're meditating, and to stop setting such heavy expectations, right? So sometimes when I meditate or I do a yoga session or something, you know, I want to like have this profound experience. I want to see things. I want to hear things from my angels and guides. I want to learn things. I want to get inspired ideas. I want to have something that I come out of the meditation and I sit up and go, holy crap, I got to write this down. I got to remember this. And a lot of the times when I seek to meditate, whether it's a guided meditation or my own meditation, I put a little bit too much pressure on myself to have that. Okay, I'm going to meditate now, and you're going to give me the answers to solve this problem in my life. Okay, thanks. And then it can kind of block that energy, right? And so I feel like the message that Spirit has been sharing with me lately is for everyone to just stop trying. Stop trying to make anything happen and just be. And I know that's much easier said than done, right? So like to just sit there in sort of nothingness or in stillness, you know, your mind is going to race and you're going to be like, it's not working because I'm having all these distracted thoughts. So what Spirit is encouraging all of us to try is to focus on our feelings and the way that we feel. And I don't mean emotional feelings. I actually mean the physical feelings and the physical sensations that we get when we meditate. So what I would encourage you to do is to take some music, and I'm not going to do it because this is just a little video and they're going to cut me off at 15 minutes. I probably should have gone live and done this live and had you guys meditate with me. So I'm not going to do that today. I want you to try it on your own. So I would like you to choose some peaceful music. You can search on YouTube or Spotify or iTunes or whatever for meditation music. Another option, if you're not into meditation music, any kind of instrumental music that you want. I also like to tune into and I look them up on YouTube. I like to look up what are called binaural beats, Binaural. Those are certain like hertz frequencies which have different impacts on you. So choose anything that you want that's just going to be sort of music. If you decide to choose something that has lyrics to it, please make sure that it's positive, beautiful lyrics. Like for example, maybe mantras, or you know, something like that. You could do a mudra with it. That's when we attach our fingers to whatever we're chanting. You could look up Kundalini mantras or Kundalini mudras. I also like to do these kind of just listening, feeling the music meditations to Snatam Kaur, I think it's Kaur, Snatam Kaur. And it's not Satnam, it's Snatam. The N is at the beginning. Satnam is another word in chanting and Kundalini and yoga and things like that. So the two, she often gets called the wrong name. But if you're looking it up, that's how you spell it. So I like to listen to like Om Namo or other things. She's got some really, really beautiful chants, and I'll just listen to those, and you can repeat after them or whatever you want to do. But get something that makes you feel really peaceful and relaxed and moved, and then just sit and let it wash over you. Just feel it. Just breathe in and breathe out, and just focus on the way the music makes you feel, either emotionally or physically. Focus on the physical response that your body has as your breathing slows down. Intentionally slow your breathing down and focus on how that feels. Focus on how it feels to just relax your shoulders and not have any tension. Focus on how it feels as you take your breath in and let your breath fill your whole body and maybe come out the top of your crown. Focus on that, how that feels for you in your energy. What happens when the energy comes out of the top of your crown? How does that physically feel in your body? Don't worry about what you think. Don't worry about what you see. Don't worry about what messages you're getting. Don't try to solve anything. Just sit with it and let it wash over you and pay attention to how it feels and learn to indulge in and sort of move into those moments. You might even feel inspired to sort of sway with the music or to maybe do some movements. Like sometimes I'll reach my arms out and then pull my arms down into praying hands at my chest. That's a really grounding movement, and this is our crown chakra, which connects to heaven, right? So it takes that energy up there and it pulls it down into our body and it centers it at our heart. So you can maybe do some movements if you want to. If you feel inspired, just do what feels right for you and don't force anything. And especially don't force your mind to try to create some kind of spiritual experience. Just feel the music, just feel the energy. I would encourage you to try this for 10 minutes. If 10 minutes have gone by and you feel like you're doing a garbage job, then stop, walk away, and do something else. If 10 minutes have gone by and you feel like that felt so good you don't even want to stop, keep going. If you have the time. And then do it twice a day. No matter how long, even if you did an hour in the morning, you should still do 10 minutes at night before you go to bed. And what to do about those creeping thoughts. Just redirect when you feel them come in, when you feel a thought, the second you realize that you've been thinking about your problems or your grocery list or what you're going to do tomorrow for work or whatever, just redirect your body back to the feelings. Just think about the way that it feels. Okay. If these sort of the higher vibrating frequency feelings feel a little bit too much for you, focus on the earthly feelings. How does this pillow feel beneath my tush? How does this ground feel beneath my feet? How, you know what I mean? Like just focus on how does this air feel on my skin? Just focus on the feelings. And give that a try for a while. Relieve yourself of the pressure, and then go back to the guided meditations or trying other things when you feel inspired. All right, I hope this was helpful. I tried it this morning and I really loved it, and it felt so good and so juicy, and I didn't want to stop. So I'm definitely going to do it again, a lot. Let me know if you try it and how you enjoy it, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Love you, bye.